Hello! We're going to begin today's session with a little bit of an exercise. Now, I want you to look back in your past to an event that sparks some degree of significance. Sort of think about it, review it, examine it. And I want you to ask yourself one question, as I will to myself. What, if anything, may have made that experience more enjoyable if you possessed a certain ability that you didn't at that time? Now, for myself, after a thorough examination, as I suspect for you, I arrive at one conclusive answer. What might that be? Man, would it really been nice if I was better at factoring? Suspect that was the same for you? Maybe not. Anyway, so in an effort to avoid the morning of not being able to do that, we shall address, elevate, refine, cultivate our capability in factoring, so that way we enhance future encounters. Now, factoring. So, when we're approaching things that we want to factor, we're going to look at what numbers go into it. Those will be the factors of a number. So, let's say we're looking at the number 18. The factors of 18 are as follows. Everything that 18 is divisible by. What is 18 divisible by? It is divisible by 1, 2, 3. What else? Let's say 6. Yeah, 6. 9, as well as 18. Should also specify that the factors are whole numbers. But sometimes we find difficulty determining what these factors are. It impairs our speed. But how might we find an effective way to determine what something is divisible by in a quicker manner? Well, that is, factoring tips. So, let's start with the number 2. How do we tell if something is divisible by 2? Well, any number is divisible by 2 if it is an even number. What is an even number? An even number is a number that ends in 0, 2, 4, 6, 8, that's it. So, 12, 34, see they're ending in one of those numbers. It's going to be divisible by 2. It's good to know. 11, not divisible by 2. Do not state 11 is divisible by 2. It will sadden myself. Wait, I don't do that. Okay, 3. How do we tell if a number is divisible by 3? A number is divisible by 3 if adding all the numbers, actually let's look at an example. 361, 3,612. We can tell if this number is divisible by 3 if we add each number that comprises it and see if that number itself is divisible by 3. So we have 3 plus 6 plus 1 plus 2. That gives us 12. Is 12 divisible by 3? It is. 12 is divisible by 3, giving us 4. Whole number, check. This number thus is divisible by 3. Or alternatively, you can always, partake in that method, see if you have a remainder. It's going to be a lot quicker adding everything up. Determining if it's divisible by 3. How about 4? A number is divisible by 4 if the final 2 numbers are divisible by 4. So, 484 is divisible by 4. We can check if 84 is divisible by 4. A little bit of mental math will tell us that it is. Whereas 469 is not divisible by 4, nor 2. But is it divisible by 3? Let's see. 4 plus 6 plus 9. 19. 9 divisible by 3? It is not. Five. A number is divisible by 5 if it ends in either 5 or 0. 68. Divisible by 5? It is not. How about 70? Note the 0. It is. It's most definitely divisible by 5. And 6. A number is divisible by 6 when it is divisible by 2 as well as 3. So I guess you can, like, if you want to start with 6, it's going to make it like go a little bit quicker. You always can just do like the 2 and the 3 independently and, you know, factor, simplify that means, but yeah. Anyway, let's look at an example. 118. It's not going to satisfy this. So, actually, it was 118. Here we go. 2,118. That was satisfied. Why? Because add the 2, the 1, and the 8. We arrive at 12. 12 is divisible by 3? It is. 12 is also divisible by 2. Wonderful. Well, actually this is divisible by 2. I'm going to do it in regards to that. Whoops. Okay, so 12 is divisible by 3, and 2,118 is divisible by 2. As such, this number is divisible by 6. Numbers that are divisible by 7. All right, you're just going to find tedium in that one. It may be best to recognize the multiples of it up to 100 and reference our other numbers before attempting 7s. All right, 8. Well, 8 is similar to 4, only we have to have the last 3 digits divisible by 8. At which point, you may be better off just dividing by 4 or 2 first. You're going to arrive at the same simplified version, if we're talking the context of fractions for simplification means. Though if you're just looking at the factors of it, yes, you can definitely look at the last 3 digits. And 9. A number is divisible by 9 if the sum of the digits is divisible by 9. So 1, 1, 4. We add all these up, we get 6. 6 divisible by 9? Technically, but we're not going to get a whole number, so we're going to say no. And as such, it's not divisible by 9. But do we see anything else this number is divisible by? Yes, 6, as well as 3, and as well as 2. And that concludes our life enrichment lesson.